intern here at PDPU IIC, and on behalf of the
Recording
center,
in progress.
I welcome you all to our webinar on the topic identifying customer pain points and building solutions. Kruti Patel. She is a freelance trainer and the founder and director at NRI Institute of Women Entrepreneurship, having over 12 years of experience in the management education and handling more than 80 companies in a year. Dr. Kruti Patel is the perfect mentor for all young minds that are keen to start their journeys as entrepreneurs. She is also an institution builder, having huge experience in designing, developing, and imparting training programs in the domain of entrepreneurship and startups. We welcome you, ma'am, and the session is all yours.
Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm so sorry. Actually, there was some connectivity issue. Hope I'm audible. Kindly use the chat box, those who are there in the session. Yes, just a second. Yes, so try to use the chat box as well. So those who are in the session, kindly type Y if you're there with me quickly in the chat box. Yeah, I want the session to be interactive. I'm not going to use any of the PPTs. Great. So if there are around 30 participants, I need 30 Y. Great. So keep this enthusiasm on throughout the session. That will help me a lot to interact with you, to connect with you. Great. Now, yeah, so I would like to ask the first question, as a little briefing has been done to me that these all are registered startup at IIC, right? So I just wanted to know from all of you, on which idea, on which product you people are working. So if you can give me a little brief, in 1 or 2 sentences that what exactly you people are doing, that would be great. Yeah. So you just type on the chat box on which idea you're working or you are thinking of developing further as a startup, or any innovation you have thought of. Yeah. Yes. Quickly send your answer in a chat box. Hello. Yeah. Am I audible? Yeah, Drashti?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to know on which ideas they are working on, right? So yes, Adya Enviro Solution, dealing with all kind of environmental issue. Okay, great. Excellent. Who else? Yash has replied that they are working on environmental issues. Very good. What else? What about others? So shall I assume that you all are into the process of design? Okay. Red bracket hub. Okay. So that ES industry to solve the day-to-day practice management problem. Okay, great. What else? What about others? For tech, we develop services and products kindled with technology. Recently, we made a product of photography, which is being incubated here. Okay, great. Excellent. Yeah, what else? What about others? A certificate management platform for designing, generating, storing, and mailing and verifying e-certificate. Excellent. E-certificate platform. Okay. Indoor vertical farming. Excellent. Indoor vertical farming. Very good. From Techno Foodies. Okay. Marketplace for hospitality. Okay. Excellent. Very good. Yeah. What about others? Yeah, quickly. We don't have much time. Kindly respond quickly. Okay. Respirators for industrial and medical applications. Excellent. Okay. Very good. Yes. What about others? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 8 people have responded. Yeah. What about others? So in short, many of you from the group are having, idea, and they are aware that what kind of product they are planning to develop. I think that's basic understanding is there with all of you. So let's now start the session for which we all are gathered today. So first of all, would like to thank PDPU IIC, especially Drashti, for calling me for this session. And thank you so much for the lovely introduction. And thank you so much to all the students for being here. I'm sure that it's going to be very interesting, interactive, and two-way learning process as the session is going to end. So before we'll go for any of the technicality of identifying customer pain points and how to create a value for the customer, the first thing I would like to ask you, do you know the golden circle given by Simon Sinek? Yeah. Anybody is aware about the golden circle? This is the golden circle given by Simon Sinek. So the conceptual understanding behind the circle is, he studied one of the most influencing startups and entrepreneurs across the world, and based on his study, he came to a conclusion that people, those who are influencing people across world, those who are called as significant leaders in the world, they are always aware about why they are doing this. So any entrepreneur, any startup should always first ask this question, why you are doing this. So our journey of identifying customer pains is actually starting it. Majority of the people first focus on what they are doing. There are very few who are able to focus on how they are doing, and there are very less percentage of entrepreneurs able to crack the code why they are doing. So it should be always from why, how, and what. So this is actually the base for identifying customer values, pain points, and creating customer values for that. So first of all, be clear that why you are doing this business, why you are doing this startup, and what problems you are solving through the entire process. With this, we'll go ahead with one more terminology which I would like to put it here. That is called design thinking. Yeah, anybody from this group is aware about design thinking? If yes, then I would like to know the process of design thinking. Yes. Anybody from this group is having any idea about design thinking? Yes. Anybody? So Drashti, any workshop or anything has done for design thinking?
Nothing has been done lately. We have done a few before, but nothing in the recent past.
Okay. Yeah. So anybody from this group is talking about the process of design thinking? Yeah, because when we are expecting some innovations to shape up, when we are motivating potential entrepreneurs for startup, for something disruptive, I think design thinking process is must to develop, right? So any idea, see guys, if you don't have idea, then at least type N, right, in the chat box, because it's not going to be a one-way session. I want your continuous interaction with me. So if you don't know, type N. If you know, then type Y. And that's how I think we should go ahead. So here, design thinking itself is a very, 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 a lengthy topic, as you know. It itself talks about 2 or 3 or full day workshop. But before we go for identifying customer pains, it is extremely important to understand the process. So it is always start with defining the problem. Is it visible? Yeah. It's always start with defining the problem. Leads toward empathy. Leads to ideate. Developing a prototype. And then testing. So from problem definition to empathy to ideate to prototype goes to testing. So this is how actually the design thinking process works. So right now, whatever I'm going to talk you today is about the empathy. Anyone from this group can tell me the difference between empathy and sympathy? Yes. Anyone? What do you mean by empathy and what do you mean by sympathy? Yeah. Anyone from this group? Yeah, somebody is writing, as Uttam has written, that it gives a solution-based approach to solve the problem. Yes. So customer understanding, customer taking the insight for the problem you are trying to address is the core of design thinking as a process. Yeah. So anyone can tell me the difference between empathy and a sympathy? Empathy is ability to understand and share. Okay, great. So there are many good, ideas you people have shared here in this chat box. So I would like to ask you, how many of you have used the stage of empathizing customer, and what was the process of that? Anyone from those who have mentioned their ideas? Yeah, somebody is saying empathy is understanding someone's situation. Yeah. So putting your legs in someone's shoes, understanding what exactly they are facing, their problems, and then trying to give a solution for that. So yeah, as if we are the one who is facing the issue. Yeah, great. Very rightly said. Yeah, anybody else from the group? Anyone other than this one or two people wanted to say anything on empathy? So forget about sympathy. At least explain me, what do you understand by empathy? Yeah, anyone? Yes, guys, if you're there, I need some answers in a chat box. Yeah, great. Sympathy is when we share the feelings. Yes. Who else wanted to go ahead with empathy? Yeah. Anyone? Empathy is to understand others' feeling. Okay. It's like we are facing the problem and we are realizing their issues. Okay, putting ourselves into their situation. Okay, sense emotions of people. Okay. Okay, what else? What else? What else? Yeah, anyone from the group? Empathy is when we understand and depth how others feel so that we can offer the solution or do something for them rather than just being there. Okay. Empathy is to understand others' feeling as we are having them ourselves. Okay. Okay. Great, 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 great. Now, here, today we have something to discuss on identifying customer pains. Because problem for somebody is an opportunity for us as a as an entrepreneur, right? So if somebody is facing a problem, this may be an opportunity for us. But to provide the concrete solution for the problem these potential customers are facing, it is extremely important and extremely essential to empathize their problem. Until and unless you don't empathize their problem, it is not possible for us to develop a solution. That's the reason in identifying customer needs, empathy is becoming one of the most crucial part, right? So until and unless you don't empathize them, until and unless you don't understand thoroughly their pains, thoroughly their problems, it is not possible for you to develop a solution. We have n number of examples available today with us, those who have followed this process of empathizing and creating and building amazing solutions, from Zomato to Byju's to Farm Mojo, or to many, from a Sanskrit Shala to many, to language curry, to many. Even there were very few startups, those who have actually developed their entire solution based on the way they have empathized the potential customers. So there are a number of examples available with us. Here I would like to take a very interesting example of a language curry. Anybody has heard about language curry? Because here I wanted to address something on how the customer pain points, the customer pains have been identified. Yeah, anybody is aware about the language curry? Anybody has any idea about a language curry? Okay, so actually I got this idea when or actually I came across the startup. I was asked to take some session for one of the renowned university for a faculty orientation of startup and entrepreneurship. So faculties were from across departments. So one of the coordinator called me and told me that, madam, there were a few faculties from our Sanskrit department, and they told that why we should attend this session as there is no business opportunities available in the Sanskrit, right? So that's where it got struck, and I started researching that what kind of business opportunities are available and what kind of businesses actually exist, in this domain. So there I came across a beautiful startup that is called the language curry. So basically language curry, here we will talk about the way they have identified pain points and how after identifying pain points, how they have developed the solution for that. So basically, two people started this, startup. That's the language curry. And the reason behind starting this, they've stayed in Canada for almost 10 years. There they have realized, as there are lots of Gujaratis staying there, Punjabis, South Indians. So they felt there, Indian families, somewhere they need their kids to learn their mother tongue, to learn the language of their own country, but somewhere there are very less resources and the platforms where they can go and take some insight and knowledge about the languages which they are looking forward. This was actually the customer pains which they have identified, as they want their children to get acquainted with their mother tongue. At least they should speak and they should understand at least basics. So from there, the customer pain point has been started, as they stayed there They have realized that this is a basic issue, this is a basic problem, and from there, the idea of language curry got stuck into their mind, and they have developed an amazing company where they are teaching basically 5 languages: Hindi, Gujarati, Tamil, Punjabi, and there's one more language. The 5 languages, they have developed the platform, online platforms, online content for them, and it's a very, very successful startup, basically developed based on the language. The reason behind developing the startup was identifying the problem, understanding their problem, listing down the pain points, right? That how the mode of teaching or the mode of understanding or the mode of grabbing that language, understanding how it should be there. Based on that, the solution has been developed. So this is one example I thought let me share with you. There's one more startup I know, not a startup, but it's now a very, very successful company. Anybody is aware about Menstrupedia from here, this group? Yeah, anybody is having any idea about Menstrupedia? So, yeah, anybody from the group is aware about Menstrupedia? Yeah, anybody is aware about Menstrupedia? Okay, so okay. So I think majority of you are not aware about it. Here again, I'm telling you how identifying pain points and delivering solution for that. See, you need to be an extremely amazing observer if you really wanted to be a successful entrepreneur. And empathy is something which you have to imbibe within you, because until and unless you are going to observe so many things behind and around you, but until and unless you don't have that skill to empathize those problems, I think you won't be able to build a solution for that, right? And this is one of the classic example. So Menstrupedia is basically, the co-founder of Menstrupedia is Aditi Gupta. So she and now her husband, they both have started this company. They are doing an amazing work. So basically, Menstrupedia is a comic book for menstrual awareness, right? And now they are doing this. They have launched this book for not only girls, even for boys also. They have launched this book, and they were giving all knowledge in a very, very informative knowledge, in terms of very, very unique way, in terms of creating those characters where the conversations are happening, which is very, very essential for girls to understand the process when they are getting periods. And it's not a taboo, it's actually the biological process, what kind of care, what kind of hygiene to be maintained. And there are any number of problems a girl is having when she's listening these kind of things related to menstruation. So basically, the need of developing this solution has started from the point where, see, we all have studied biology, right? In a 9th standard, when actually this topic should be discussed openly in the classroom. Even educators avoid this topic, right? So that's where the customer pain point has started. So because the right information has not been given at the right time, there are so many misconceptions are there related to the menstruation that may lead to lots of danger in terms of maintaining their hygiene, about the social taboos, and there are so many complication comes out of that. So from that's where the idea came that this is actually the problem of every girl and a even mother as well. Say for example, I'm having 11-year-old kid, right? She's listening so many things related to this particular topic from her friends. There are so many things when she shared with me. I also personally feel this is all rubbish. This information is actually misinterpreted. So these are the problems. If I wanted to communicate something very concrete, precise, and informative thing to my daughter, how should I do it? So that's where Menstrupedia has helped me as a mother. It's a beautiful book they have created. They've created a character, and through that character, the elder sister and her younger sister, and the way the entire conversation, it's actually the comic book which they've created. Through this, there are so many informations which is actually lacking, as our education system does not address this issue so openly in the class. We sometimes we feel shy in sharing with the family members as well. So there are very limited options where we go and ask about this topic. So that's where the Menstrupedia as a solution comes into a picture. Apart from that, now slowly and gradually, menstruation is something a very eye-catching topic nowadays. So many people wanted to talk for that. Lots of awareness is required here. So now she is also teaching the menstruation course, where how the menstrual education is essential, is important, and how it should be given. So she's running a course on menstrual educator as well. So this is, I personally feel, how the problem has been identified, how the empathy, as a concept has been used, and based on that, the entire solution has been developed. So that's where identifying pain points and delivering the solution to address this pain points. Yes, that's one. The another one, I think everyone, I may not be using so regularly, but those who are there in the session right now, they all must have used so many times. So I am talking about Zomato and Swiggy, right? So now I want to know from all of you, before Zomato and Swiggy, we all were eating in restaurant, right? We all were, enjoying food outside. Then why there was a need of Zomato and Swiggy? What were the major customer pain points they have identified? Yeah, can you just write down in a chat box quickly? Yes. So what was the pain points which they have identified, and based on those pains, how they have developed a solution of Zomato and Swiggy? Yeah, quickly. Yeah, you can write down in a chat box. So according to you, what were the major pains of customers before Zomato and Swiggy? Food delivery of wide variety. Yeah, Khushbu rightly said. So if we have 4 or 5 members in a family, everyone wants to eat something different, then I think this is the best thing which can help you to come up with wide variety, which was not possible initially when we used to visit the restaurant, right? Because multi-cuisine, every time it's not possible to get all the varieties of food which we are looking. This is one customer pain. Laziness of people to go out and buy. Vishal rightly said that to get a dinner outside, you have to get ready, you have to drive, you have to park, then you have to go for a waiting, and then you have to order, and then you have to, it's a very lengthy process. So you don't want to go out, but still you wanted to enjoy the food. Very good. Yeah. What else? Yes, what else? Busyness of people in maintaining time for proper health. Okay, so busyness, yes, it is rightly said that if we want to take lunch, outside in office, we don't have time, or we don't have that much time to be spent outside in a restaurant, but still in the office lunch time, you can order it with a stipulated time period. It will be delivered to you and you can enjoy the food. Yeah, that's excellent. What else? What else? See, I took two examples. You said that we don't know. So now I took the example which is actually you people are using. So still there are only 3 to 4 students who are responding. If someone's favorite hotel is far from his home and saving his time, he wanted this facility. So saving time is something where, yes, very good. What else? What else? Okay, so in short, I wanted to tell you that in the process of developing such tech-based food delivery platforms, somewhere the customer pain points identify in this way, and yeah, eating alone in restaurant versus at home is easy. Oh, Khushbu, very well said. Yes. So here, the process of empathizing customer problems, and based on that, the solution has been provided. So yes, sometimes it's just following market trend in base of popularity. Oh, great. So here with this example, also it is very clear that how to understand with the process of empathy and then identifying pains and providing a solution for that. Now, the next question I would like to ask you, anybody has watched here in this group movie called Oxygen? It's a Gujarati movie. Anyone from this group has seen this movie Oxygen? No. Okay, so those who understand Gujarati and those who are okay with subtitles in English, it's a must watch movie, right? The pain points which we are trying to address here or to understand here and then building a solution, I think this has been explained in this movie in a fantastic way. So basically, the entire movie is a kind of a business oriented concept they are trying to explain with the tadka of emotions, right? Now, the business opportunity this movie is trying to address, where the underlying business, again, right now we must be having some perception that अरे इसका तो business थोड़ी ना हो सकता है, but after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line, according to me, I think this domain is going to have $1 billion opportunity. In the movie Oxygen, so many times on a multiple platform, I talk about this movie, and I really feel that they have thought something amazing, something great in terms of identifying pains and providing a solution. Now, how? You must be asking, as you haven't seen the movie. So basically, the movie is based on the business of emotions, right? So they are actually developing a group of friends. They are developing a company. The major business or the purpose of the company is to renting emotions. You got the point? They are giving emotions on rent. And for that, they are charging rent from their client. A very simple example, if I'll narrate from the movie, is there is a family staying in Kutch, and the husband of that lady, he was army officer, and he died in a war. So he rented this hero as a husband, and husband in terms of he's just going there twice in a month, performing all the duty of father of those 3 kids, and she don't want her kids to be sad as their father is not there, but they want their kids to have the feeling. If you must be having a father, then what kind of feeling they must be having? That feeling she wanted to give to her kids, and for that she was paying rent to that person for being the father of those three kids. So this is one incident, as there are multiple incidences. Somebody has rented his emotions for, say, being a grandchild. Somebody has rented the emotion for, being a son of somebody. And then this fellow was initially doing this as exploring the opportunity. And one fine day, when he did lots of research, he tried to identify this is not the problem of 1 or 2%, but it's a problem of thousands of people. And if we do the genuinely, putting our best feeling in whichever role we are renting our emotions, I think people are ready to pay us. And based on this understanding, they are developing the entire company of renting emotions. So this is also an amazing example of identifying customer pains and developing solution for that. Yes, hope I'm making some sense. You all are there with me? If yes, then type Y quickly. Yes. Type Y in a chat box. Yeah, great. Excellent. So now the next question I would like to ask you people. Have you heard about Farm Mojo? Have you heard about Farm Mojo? Anybody has heard about Farm Mojo? Yes, but not much idea. Yeah, Uttam, you have heard, but you don't have much idea. Okay. Anybody? No. Okay. Yeah. Anybody from the group who has heard about Farm Mojo? Something AI related. Okay. Anybody can tell me in which domain they are working? Something AI related. Okay. So basically, yeah, it is AI related, but basically the domain of expertise into aqua farming, right? So Farm Mojo is a platform which they have developed where it is, data sciences basically they are using, and with the help of all the data available with them, they are giving them expertise advice that how the aqua farming should be done. So when people are doing aqua farming, the quality of water, uh, at the same time, when the life of animals, grows within that water, there are so many things they have to maintain in terms of the quality, the ingredients, and all that. So they are actually giving them the AI-based data scientific solution that in which quantity, in what kind of ingredients, suits based with everything, temperature and all that, suits based with the more productions of the farming in which they are doing it. So this was actually the major, before solution, this was the major issue of the farmers, those who are doing aqua farming, and this was actually addressed with the help of this. The same way data science is used in the agriculture. Again, data can change so many things. If the right data can be used at the right time, I think so many things and a good amount of crop with so much of production can be improvised. So the same way it has been developed in the agriculture sector. So this was also one startup I felt I should address with you. There is, I don't know how many of you are from Ahmedabad. How many of you are from Ahmedabad? How many of you are from Ahmedabad? Anybody has heard about the NRI Couple? Anybody has heard about the NRI Couple doing all those last rituals, funerals related rituals for the parents of those kids are in out of country. Anybody is having any idea about, I think during Corona, this couple was very much in news, and it's actually the full-fledged business which they've developed out of that. So from, following the entire process of doing funeral, from, decorating the body to, as per the religion they are following, their funeral process, वहां से लेके पूजा पाठ से लेके everything they were doing on behalf of the kids, those who are there in the other country. So this is also, according to me, a classic example of identifying pain point, because sometimes whatever that we are Hindu, right? We always want, whatsoever is the religion, maybe it's a Muslim, maybe it's a Christianity, our funeral, always we believe that it should be as per the rituals, the norms, because so many things has been written to our dharmic Puran and all that, that agar us process ke through hota hai, to then ultimately you'll get a moksha, right? So we always believe in those rituals, and the situation like Corona, where it's not possible for the kids, those who are staying outside, to outside country, or sometimes in Corona, so it is within the country itself, it was very difficult to come for those final rituals, and these were the people who were actually doing it on behalf of them, following all the religious processes, all the religious rituals, with the followed by video calling, and that's how they were performing an amazing services to those people. So according to me, this is also one of the classic solution, the classic case to identifying customer pain points and developing solution for that. Hope I'm making some sense. Yes, Khushbu, yeah, you read the story. Yeah, Khushbu, excellent. So guys, hope I'm making some sense. If you're there with me, type Y quickly. Yes. Type Y in a chat box quickly if you're there with me. Great. I would like to refer you one video. So basically, I am a big fan of Steve Jobs, the way he identified the pain points, and then based on that, the kind of solutions which he is providing and is provided, to the world. And one of the classic video I tell students to watch, to analyze, to understand, and to learn from there. That's all. It's a very old video, 9 minutes and 34 seconds of Steve Jobs, where he is actually launching the Apple iPod. It's actually the launch process of Apple iPod, where he's trying to mention something on in terms of how they have developed the iPod as a value creation for the customer. So that was actually the era of Walkman, where such portable devices for music were not available. And in that particular space, how the pain points have been identified, from saving data on the device to charging capacity of the device. From there, how the user friendly interfaces people are looking for, every pain point has been addressed in this particular video. So I want you to go and refer this video. There's one another interesting company I recently came across. So basically, we are actually constructing our new home. So for that, I went to visit one of the unique, I think they are the only one importer in the Gujarat for granites, right? Again, granites importers are many, but they are extremely unique in the design. per square foot rate of the granites which they are providing is starting from 4,000 to 2 lakhs rupees. They were an amazing collection. I saw actually they have the setup at Bhadaj. They are the only importer of such unique designs of granites. Then I interacted with that person. Actually, he's MBA, and then he was into some other consulting businesses and all that. And then he entered into this business. So I told him that what was the main reason to enter into this business of so much of uniqueness, because when we go and go and search for the granites and all that, starting from 50 rupees till maximum it goes to 200, 300, or at the max 400. Here when we went and we saw those designs, we saw those collections, we felt, oh my God, what is this? This is something amazing. You've seen even the granite with the per square foot rate is 2 lakhs of rupees. So that's where he said identifying the customer pain points. So here, what was the customer pain point? So when nowadays people always wanted the highlighting of the walls. Every time, stone carving is not going to serve the purpose. Every time, wall with those Italians and all that is not going to serve the purpose. Every time to go ahead with the wallpapers and all that, it's not going to serve the purpose. So people actually looking for granite as a permanent solution, but they are always looking forward for unique designs. My experience, if I'll talk about, I myself has visited 10 different, this granite and marble places, jahan pe majority of the designs are common, because that's how the granite designs are actually used in the houses, at least for framing ke liye wo chalta hai. And then, you need for parapet or, parking or something, or at the max, porch वगैरह में लगाते हो. That's it. Other than that, as it has a limited designs, people wanted granite to be used as it's a natural. So that's the first advantage. At the same time, if it's polished in a best possible way, it gives you an amazing feeling. And third, granite is like, once you have fitted into, you have to forget it. So it's a lifetime solution. That's what people wanted it. But the thing which they are getting in the market, that was extremely, which they are looking for something unique into that, looking for something interesting into that. So that's where they really this amazing design. There is some disturbance going on. Can you just off your audio? Yes, excellent. So that's where identifying customer pains, and they have developed the place where you will get all the best designs of granites if you're ready to spend on any highlighting or any such kind of thing, and you really wanted a granite with an amazing design. I think that's where they have provided a solution for it. So this is my recent experience of empathizing. So I love granite, as I said, because it's a natural stone. You have to forget after, maintenance is very, very low. But then there are limited designs. There is nothing called an uniqueness, right? And these people are giving. So even in entire Gujarat, you need such unique stones. People are going there. That's where identifying, empathizing pains and developing a solution for it. If you are identifying pains with the empathize process, that's where the word value comes into a picture. So whatsoever problems you are addressing, or whatsoever solution you are trying to, or whatsoever problem you are trying to address, try to identify the pain points of the customer and evolve your solution around those pains. I have given you many examples that how customer pains, how the process of empathy has helped them to create, to understand the customer pains, and that has led to create a customer oriented solution. The moment you are going to address the pains of customers, automatically you are adding value. Automatically you are creating value for them. And if you are creating value for them, they are going to ready to pay you whatever you are going to charge them. So that's all about the customer, identifying customer pain points and developing a solution. Now, why it is essential? Because this is going to help you to create your value proposition canvas. Anyone has heard about a value proposition canvas? Anybody has heard about a value proposition canvas? Yes or no? Yes. Have you applied for your business? Great. So this is actually the business. Is it visible? So this is actually the value proposition canvas where this particular part is of a customer segment and this is the value map. Customer segment, when you're talking about identifying the pain points, that means this pain points will help you to plot here with this particular part of value proposition like this. So these are the customer jobs, as you are aware about. Gains and pains. Until and unless you don't list out the jobs, whatsoever solutions we have discussed here, whatsoever examples we have discussed here, the first thing they have done is to try to list down the customer jobs. And this customer jobs listing is only possible precisely if you are empathizing them. So now I'm trying to conclude the entire session, right? The pain point identification through the process of empathy to creating a value map. So this is going to help you to identify the pains that will lead you to providing a solution which can convert your pains to a gain. Leads to plot this customer segment to a value map. Like the product and services. If we are talking about the Menstrupedia as a magazine, the customer jobs has been involved as trying to identify the menstruation information through different sources. There were not enough platforms. There were not enough, information which can convince the individual to get an understanding of menstruation. That's where it's plotting here. That was the pain, and this pain has been removed with the help of the product and service they are offering. They're offering the comic book as a physical product. So here, the plotting of customer jobs leads toward developing product and services, leads to pain relievers. Here, the pain reliever is say, for example, if we talk about that NRI couple, those who are providing services for the funeral processes. So for them, the pain reliever is, if the kids cannot come here, India, for the funeral of their parents, at least they are assured, they are pretty much sure that their parents' final journey is going to be as per the rituals of whichever religion they are believing in. So that is something as a pain relieving for them to consume the services which we have addressed, right? And which leads to the gain creators. So that's how actually the customer segment and the value map goes together, which talks about a value proposition canvas. If you have not done it for your product, I request you to do it. Try to interact with the customers, your potential customers, try to understand their pain points, listing out their jobs, and accordingly giving a solution. Again, it's a continuous process from problem identification to empathy to ideate to prototype to testing. Again, modify it, again, ideate, prototype development, and then test it. That's how actually the process should be. So this is all about from my end. Thank you so much for listening me so patiently. Thought topic is very, very interesting. So thought I would interact with you more rather than using PPT. So hope it has served the purpose, and thank you so much for being wonderful listener. Thank you. Yeah, over to you, Drashti.
Thank you, ma'am. Again, it was a very insightful session, and I'm sure that all the participants will be leaving with good learnings. And also thank you to all the participants for joining, and we hope to see you in our upcoming webinars. Thank you, ma'am, for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.